What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Wednesday, January 30th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Darren Collison from the Indiana Pacers playing the Washington Wizards, who have the 6th worst defense overall, and they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Darren Collison has scored 25, 36, and 36 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 25.3 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 28 minutes per game with a 16% usage rate. Victor Oladipo is out. That means more usage for Darren Collison, who's $6,200 DraftKings salary. He's $300 more on FanDuel, projected at 30 fantasy points here tonight. That's just about 5 times value. Collison has scored over 36 fantasy points in 3 of his last 5 games. He's got a 49 versus Washington 2 games ago. I like Darren Collison here versus the Washington Wizards. So I just wanted to let everybody know we added projected ownership. It first updates mid-afternoon, and then it will be updated throughout the day based on injuries and other information that comes out. So we show the projected ownership right here in the position optimizer, so you can see right next to every player what their projected ownership is for the main DFS slate. So now you can easily see who's going to be chalk, who's going to be low owned. This is one of the most important stats you're going to look at to help build your lineups and pick your players. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Marcus Smart from the Boston Celtics playing the Charlotte Hornets, who have the 7th worst defense overall, and they give up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Marcus Smart has scored 49, 19, and 18 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 22.1 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 27 minutes per game with a 14% usage rate. Kyrie Irving is ruled out for this game, so that means more minutes and more usage for the other guards. Marcus Smart is $5,200 DraftKings salary. He's $500 more on FanDuel, projected at 21.3 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 25 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. It's a good matchup. It's a home game, a fast-paced game. He's in a good spot because Kyrie Irving is out, so I like Marcus Smart here versus the Charlotte Hornets. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Jason Tatum from the Boston Celtics playing the Charlotte Hornets, who have the 7th worst defense overall, and they give up the 12th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Jason Tatum has scored 20, 34, and 27 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 30.5 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 31 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. Jason Tatum is $5,800 DraftKings salary. He's $800 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 29 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. I like playing a couple Celtics from this game because Kyrie Irving is out. Tatum and Smart are still undervalued. Their price is low. Their upside is big. The matchup is good. I love Jason Tatum here versus the Charlotte Hornets. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, who do we have at the power forward position? Now remember guys, on DraftKings these players are eligible for multiple positions, and sometimes that position is way off, so just keep that in mind. So I like Darius Miller from the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Denver Nuggets, who have the 6th best defense overall, but they give up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Darius Miller has scored 29, 21, and 37 fantasy points in the last 3 games, only averaging 14.7 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 25 minutes per game with a 12% usage rate. Because of the Anthony Davis injury and the request to trade and other injuries on the team, Darius Miller is getting a ton of run here. He's playing a ton of minutes and he's scoring pretty well. Darius Miller is only $3,800 DraftKings salary. He's $400 more on FanDuel, projected at 27.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 7 times value. This is a back-to-back, but Darius Miller is going to have to play a lot of minutes with those injuries. So I like Darius Miller here versus the Denver Nuggets. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Willie Cauley-Stein from the Sacramento Kings playing the Atlanta Hawks, who have the worst defense overall, and they give up the 12th most fantasy points to opposing centers. Willie Cauley-Stein has scored 32, 33, and 21 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 31.8 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 29 minutes per game with a 19% usage rate. Willie Cauley-Stein is $6,200 DraftKings salary. He's $200 more on FanDuel, projected at 30.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's right around 5 times value. There's an implied total of 235 points in this game. Great matchup. I love Willie Cauley-Stein here versus the Atlanta Hawks. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.